Hi. I'm hoping the lighting isn't a terrible idea. I realize I need lighting for video, but there's also the immersion and ambiance I'm having to sacrifice of not watching something in a totally dark room. And so I wonder if there's somewhere more in between I can get to where I'm not losing enough light that's easy to see me and my reactions, but is also a way for me to at least dampen the light in the room at least a little bit. So if this doesn't turn out good, I'll never do this again. Anyway, I have some notes that I wrote down since the last episode. I'm just gonna run through them. First note, brother was on Prometheus, might be bug guy. That's my note. I realized when I was editing through, in the very beginning, this sort of flash that Moira Franklin, that she had before she woke up in the first scene, I'm pretty sure she said her brother was on the Prometheus. And this would explain, I didn't remember that when I was watching it, because everything happened so fast, so I missed stuff, which is also why it's good I'm rewatching through editing before I move on to the next episode. That makes sense now that I think about it, since she said that when she was in the captain's quarters and he was asking, like, why she was so curious about the Prometheus, then if she knew at that time that her brother was on the Prometheus, that would obviously be why she wants to investigate it, right? And, you know, she may or may not be saintly enough to have volunteered to go with the rescue team, the investigation/rescue team, to check out the Prometheus. And she may or may not have done that if her brother wasn't on there, but because if she knew that he was, that definitely explains why she volunteered. But we do know that she seems to be a good person. She offered to go help that guy from the lower quarters or wherever when he was asking for help in the dining hall. And that was like in direct contrast to that other doctor who was just stuffing his face there and trying to keep low. Yeah, and then might be bug guy. I mean, why not? If he was on there and the only guy we have is the bug trainer guy, that's what I'm calling him, the bug, he trains bugs, seemingly, then maybe it's him. Like, I don't really think it's him, but it's just, like, what else do I have to go on right now? And then so I wonder if her brother was going to New York on the Prometheus, but he never got there because the Prometheus, something happened to it. Okay, next note. I wrote flashback or flash forward. Are we in a memory loop? God help me. Okay, yeah, so I wonder, they're gonna be like weird memory issues and things to where, like, the more I think about it, the more I wonder, like, that scene in the very beginning almost kind of seems like it takes place in the future, and thus the episodes we watch, to some extent at least, are going to be the lead up to that. But then, like, if her hands were tied in, I don't remember if I noticed if her hands were, like, tied up in that flash, then it would make sense that happened in the past, which is why her wrists were like that on the ship. I don't know. There's just, I just don't know. This could get weird. Hopefully it does. But also I'm scared. Okay, the next note, I wrote Moira sus, everybody sus. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's like her real name, Moira Franklin. But the way she was rehearsing in the mirror, like, this is just, I don't know. Maybe another part of that wasn't honest. Maybe that had nothing to do with, like, the truth or a lie. But, and then her talking to the captain, really interested in going to the Prometheus. Now, if she knew her brother was on there, that would be sufficient to explain it. But if she didn't know, but also maybe even if she did know, there was this something else going on too, to where she wanted to investigate it for other reasons. Like, Why did the boy give her the pyramid? Does she know about that already and know something to do with it? She got an envelope with that symbol on it. Was she already mixed up in this stuff? So she's sus. And then all the other characters, the two brothers who had something going on, they did something no good where they came from. One of them's impersonating a priest. They're sus. The two women dressing up as and or learning Japanese. And then the other woman who's like sort of managing them as if like they're held captive to her or something. That's all sus. And speaking of sus people, my next note is God's child. So down when the older sister was having the trouble with her pregnancy, there was a note that in the first moment I thought it was kind of weird, but a moment later I just shrugged it off as just like a manner of speaking. But then later, like after everything that happens now, I'm just sort of like thinking more of it now. They said that baby, the unborn baby, is God's child. Maybe they didn't mean that like literally, but I wonder. So that's something I'm gonna have in the back of my mind, that there may be she was 7 months pregnant. We might have a divine birth in a couple months. Next note, sneaky guy in clothes. So he got recognized by like the sort of crew leader guy or something. He got recognized as the crew. So either he was dressing up as the crew or he's from the crew. And even though he was dressing up as like, I don't know, an upper class person of the ship, he was recognized for who he was. And so, yeah, there was that too. Like maybe he's just trying to get out of work, if that's what's going on, if I have the dynamic right, the way I'm thinking about it. Or he's just trying to get out of work. Maybe he's got some mission that he's up to. I don't know. The former seems, you know, more normal and reasonable. So it's just some dude who's like trying to get out of work. We'll go with that for now, maybe. I was kind of confused when they were like, they found the Prometheus and they were talking about going over there and they were like, Captain, you can't do that. I still don't fully understand what that was, but maybe it had to do with the lifeboat. Maybe it had to do with like, maybe they were just supposed to send signal that they found it and have other people like come out there to do a more official investigation. Or maybe it had to do with the captain personally volunteering to go. Like, I guess now that I think about it, I guess the captain probably isn't supposed to leave his ship. Maybe, I don't know, ship law, customs, norms, protocols, whatever. So, but yeah. So we've got like a melting pot on that ship. And I'm gonna need like some history help. So this was, I did look up some historical context, like general stuff, not part of this show, but like, you know, real life, reality, history stuff. This was, I think, the peak of like immigration to the United States. I think it was like around like 1880 to 1920 was this long stretch of time to where there was just this constant steady influx of immigration from like, I don't know, everywhere. And this was kind of like in the peak, like right around 1900. And so, you know, I know and remember so little history. I should maybe honestly lose my natural citizenship for how little history I know. Yikes. And so anything that's not related to specifically this show and like especially not related to future episodes, but if there's like history people know about that would just be like general common sense knowledge a normal person would have bringing into it, I would very much appreciate anybody filling me in on more stuff. And like, I don't know, when radios were invented, I looked it up. I think only like Morse code was around at this time, and that it was like in 1899. It was like brand new. If I did my research, right? And maybe that had something to do with the captain saying, like, this is like very special technology that not many people had. I think he made some kind of remark like that. And so, yeah, but general history stuff, I'm gonna embarrass myself on watching this, but you know, we're just gonna go through it. I'll learn and remember some stuff watching this. We'll see how it goes. I wrote a note that says, dull reactions, I will no longer be surprised. So I had no idea what this show would be like going into it, but now I know. This is a world, the state of reality, the state of nature in this reality is you can train bugs. They might not even be real bugs. I don't know if those are real bugs. They might be something else. You can train bugs and they can unlock doors. That's just what we know about. Who knows how much potential those bugs have and what all they can do? The ceiling of capability. So this is a real wacky. There's people swimming across the ocean and climbing a ship. Boys just casually being locked in cabinets for potentially months at a time and just being like totally kind of fine, it seems like. And then like apparently if that vision is to be trusted, there's some weird pyramid built somewhere in like the mountains or something somewhere. I don't know if that's normal. I mean, there are obviously pyramids, but you know, it didn't look like a normal pyramid. So I am more settled into this, and I know we're gonna be getting weird stuff, and so I'm still probably gonna be surprised. Let's face it. And then my last note, I wrote editing, experimentation, don't mind me. Yeah, so I think I mentioned last time, this is a relatively new channel. I'm relatively new to filming and editing, and I am not trying to over-edit my videos. But I am definitely trying to figure out editing stuff, learning skills, getting muscle memory for doing stuff, learning new things, and I think mainly feeling different things out. Just trying stuff if I think about it, and then seeing how I like it, seeing how other people might like it. There's a good chance that I'm gonna do stuff and then never do it again, or do stuff and then do it again and then maybe never do it again, or do stuff and then keep doing it because I like it. If there's something you've seen from a video and you don't see it again but you liked it, it would be helpful for me to know, just so I can like weigh it in my mind to judge like what I want to do or what I should do. But yeah, as I do more videos and keep experimenting, hopefully I'll calm down and find a more minimal, smooth, maybe remotely professional look. So we'll see. Okay, that's it. Those are all my notes. I'm ready. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. I don't look at the episode titles. That's one of the many things I try not to know. I don't want to overthink anything. But I did accidentally see the title for episode 3, which was called The Fog. Oh, which makes me think they're gonna run into fog in the next episode, which makes me think they're still going to be at sea in the next episode, so I assume they're still going to be on sea for the entirety of this episode, and I could be totally wrong, and that's why I don't like to know the titles, so I don't overthink anything. But yeah, in this episode, hopefully we get some answers. I don't know about the guy on the ship. Is he still going to be there? I didn't know. I was trying to figure out who that room was. I don't think I figured it out when I was going through and editing. But I think 1011 is Moira's room. And I think we also saw the room number for, oh yeah, there's also the arranged couple. I think we saw their room number. It was like 1319 or something maybe. I forgot by now. But yeah, I don't know if we knew the room number for who the bug guy was getting into. And if we're going to see him again in this episode, if we're going to pick up right where we left off with the boy, does he talk? I'll go find out about the captain, if it like was his family on this. Was that little ribbon or something one of his daughters? Is that why he looked shook? because that seemed really bad. Foreboding, like something good didn't happen to them. Okay. So weird. Starting off with another vision. He is not at sea. Is this a memory or like a dream or both? Is this his house?
Nina.
Is Nina his wife?
Nein. Nina!
Wake up.
Okay, he's the second person who's been told to wake up after a vision. Yeah, he's holding on to that fabric. I'm guessing that was his family's. Yeah, and we've seen him with alcohol a couple times in the last episode, and that's empty. He's got another one. It's maybe some alcoholism going on here.
Wir haben das hier vor ein paar Minuten von der Reederei erhalten.
Is it the company who...
Wir haben versucht, Kontakt aufzunehmen. Keine Antwort.
They contacting the company who owned Prometheus or whatever?
Das ist noch nicht alles.
What's going on? Is that like... Yeah.
Keine Ahnung warum, aber jeder Kompass an Bord macht das Gleiche.
This is some weird magnetism.
Was ist auf der Prometheus passiert?
What is it?
Warum haben sie nur diesen Jungen gefunden?
So that was the only one they found. What is it? The Bermuda Triangle or something? There's like some weird spot of the ocean somewhere on the world, and I don't know why it's weird. I read about it so long ago that I don't remember what it is. I don't know if maybe it had something to do with weird magnetism around this area, and so there are a lot of like spooky conspiracies around it. And now that I'm thinking about it, the Bermuda Triangle, the triangle on the envelope, the pyramid, I don't know if there's supposed to be some connection to that for this show and what's going on. But yeah, it looks like they made it back. The boy was all they found. The boy. Is that the episode title? Oh yeah, that must be the episode title. Because I did see, when I was editing the first episode, the first title was The Ship. So that's why it said The Ship. That was the episode title. So this will be about the boy. Okay, it makes sense she's with him. She's a doctor. Is that his coat? So is this his stuff? He had a ring. He seems okay, just resting. Oh, he's awake.
So the whole ship was empty? Nobody except that boy?
Do you reckon they're all dead?
Well, what else would have happened?
Kill more than 1,000 people.
What normally kills people? Other people.
Well, they might have all starved.
Wolves? Do you know how many wolves it would take to kill that many people?
Why would there be wolves?
Giant wolf.
How many giant wolves have you seen in your life? And why did it keep him alive?
Maybe it's him.
Who?
The boy. Maybe he's the wolf.
This is
Or
quite
maybe he's the wolf. I don't even know where to begin with.
quite a story.
What other explanation could...
Go! Oleg!
Finde heraus, wie viel Kohle noch in den Bunkern lagert. Und kein Wort darüber. Zu niemandem.
Does he want to hang out here longer and make sure he has enough coal to get to their destination?
The boy, did he speak?
No.
Why did someone lock him in there? We searched the whole ship. There was no one. But then who sent the signal? And who locked him in?
Yeah, there are no bodies on the ship, I guess, so that's weird.
Did you experience anything strange?
What do you mean by strange?
Like voices? Is he
Did you
hearing?
hear that?
Yeah, he is. Is he losing it? Is this the alcohol, or? I don't think you really get auditory hallucination like that from alcohol, but maybe if you're super duper alcoholic, maybe, I don't know.
I skal ikke være bange for det, der er sket på det andet skib. Herren vil beskytte os. Lad os alle bede.
Hopefully.
Lad ikke mørkets bølger slå sammen om os. For barn derover, når vi mangler udholdenhed og kraft og styrke, når vi fanges i bekymring. Og Helligånd, må vi blive bevaret fra det onde og fra al verdens falskhed. Og vidne sammen med vor ånd, at der skal selv mørket blive lys for os. Når du er med os, der skal intet skade os. Og her.
Those are cigarettes. I like how it showed the brother. Oh, is this him? This is him.
I'm really sorry. Is this your cabin?
Okay, so I guess it's not her brother. She would recognize him.
Someone was whimpering. Daniel. Daniel Solis. I'm your neighbor.
Maura Franklin. Have we met before? Look somehow familiar.
I don't think so.
Maybe she hasn't seen her brother in a super long time? And that's why she... So maybe he is... Brother hypothesis isn't completely dead. Okay, he's up. Does he look kind of like the boy? Or am I really going overboard? He doesn't want to eat? When was the last time he ate? What was he eating in the cabinet?
Don't you want to tell me what happened? Who locked you in that cabinet?
Does he speak
The passengers.
English? Does he understand her?
Please talk to me.
It's like a non-zero chance this boy is not a human. He keeps giving that to her.
What is this?
Okay, so she doesn't know what that is. Is that thing kinda like a puzzle? They be able to figure out how to like open it up or something?
Må være ensom. Jeg synes, det er synd for ham. Synes du ikke? Hvad skal han gøre, når han kommer til Amerika? Skal han så bare bo helt alene?
Yeah, what happens?
Jeg har tænkt på noget. Han kommer til Amerika ved at overbevise mig.
Du får nu aldrig lov til. Vi skal alle sammen hjælpe med at bygge kirken.
Men som jeg ser det, giver Gud os ikke held.
Yeah, maybe her calling is education.
Jeg skal være læge, og så er jeg altså nødt til at gå i skole.
Yeah, that's right. She said she wanted to become a doctor.
Du er ikke generet to mister.
Tove.
Eller hvad du nu ellers plejer at lave.
Så hvornår er du blevet så kedelig?
Are they siblings also? I guess I don't know why else she would be washing his hair. And seem to imply she has known him long enough to where he has used to be fun at some point.
Es un hombre difícil de encontrar.
And isn't anymore. Is this Daniel? Or is this the wolf? He came down there. He really likes this guy. I really don't like that.
Quiero que te la quedes.
Don't take that. Don't put that in his pocket.
Para ti. Crester. Así que ese es tu nombre.
Okay, Crester.
Nos vemos, Crester.
Also don't like that he knows his name. I don't like anything about that guy.
Hvem var det? Hvad? Hvem var det? Hvad ville han?
Jeg ved det ikke.
Husk, du gav mig et løfte.
Vor ein paar Monaten, als die Schiffe verkauft wurden, vermisste daran irgendwas merkwürdig.
Ich war nur erleichtert, dass sie die Hälfte der Besatzung behalten haben. Das ist nicht selbstverständlich, die Schiffe an eine englische Firma zu verkaufen und die Hälfte der Deutschen.
Wir haben kaum Fracht geladen. Genau wie die Prometheus.
Die Kabinen sind nicht voll besetzt. Die Reederei fährt diese Route ohne Profit. 45.000 Tonnen Stahl, komplett seetüchtig. Und nur 2 Worte. Sink ship.
Yeah, what was that note about? So they were telling them to sink it? That was them contacting back and telling them what to do about the ship?
Alle warten auf ihren Befehl. Die Besatzung, die Passagiere. Sie wollen wissen, was es mit dem Jungen auf sich hat und warum. Was soll ich Ihnen sagen?
How would they sink it? So it seems like the Prometheus is something sus about what it was doing. Stuff didn't make sense with the crew and where they were going.
Qu'est-ce que vous croyez qui s'est passé là-bas?
Yeah, this would be such an interesting detour.
Fascinant.
I've always wanted to visit Japan.
J'aimerais tellement avoir la chance de visiter le Japon un jour.
Same. Well, at least she didn't talk, so maybe she won't get in big trouble.
C'est un petit oiseau exotique.
Vous parlez français?
Un petit peu. S'il vous plaît.
She's not like trafficking them or something, is she? I don't really know how that would work, what that would look like.
M'empêcher de remarquer que votre lune de miel ne semble pas idéale. Je me demande si vous êtes le genre d'homme qui serait intéressé par certaines distractions.
Okay, she's...
Désespéré, je serais...
Je suis pas ridicule.
Oh, does he think she's talking about herself?
Je parle de petit oiseau exotique.
Yeah, okay. So she's like a pimp? What would be the more formal term for that? What was that note he had? Is this the arranged couples room? So it's 2101. Uh-oh. Not good timing. Is he supposed to steal something from one of them? Or plant something? What's that? Yeah, this might get awkward. Okay.
Warum wollen die, dass wir das Schiff versenken? Und wie sollen wir das überhaupt machen?
Wir machen nichts. Wir warten.
Wait for what? Oh, wait on the captain to say what to do?
Wir hätten ihn damals ersetzen sollen. Von sowas kommt man nicht zurück.
What happened? Oh, did... Okay.
Sich und die 3 Kinder.
So was...
Das verfolgt einen.
That's what happened. And that would definitely explain the drinking. Can't even begin to imagine how you would cope with something even remotely like that. Wonder if that voice is the voice of one of his daughters.
Nina?
Ghost of his wife? His deceased wife? Yeah, can we just leave and go to the ship's destination? Just want to leave. Just want to go. Please don't go into rooms where the doors just open in dark rooms by themselves after ghosts and kids singing in your head. Is that his family? Because they're not looking... Yeah, this is not real people. Yeah, they look frozen.
Es ist spät. Die Mädchen haben auf dich gewartet.
Du bist nicht echt.
Warum sagst du sowas? Du solltest mit Mama reden. Sie mag's nicht, wenn du weg bist. Dann kommen immer die Schatten. Aber ich habe ihr gesagt, man kann niemand, der das Meer liebt, ans Land binden. Man muss ihn gehen lassen. Und wenn man Glück hat, dann schwimmt die nächste Flut ihn wieder in deine Arme.
Did the fire happen when he was out to sea?
Ich vermisse euch alle so sehr.
Nein! Nein! Nina!
It's a bug. Is there just the one bug? Or are there more? Wait, is that a passage? Is that a ladder? Where? I guess if there are fireplaces on the ship, this would be like a chimney or something? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, that's not... that's the symbol. Is this like a closed off secret room? Or was that his room? I don't know.
About your age. I got lost. My father and I had gone bird hunting. From one moment to the next, he was suddenly... he was gone.
It's interesting using the candle, like the doctors flash the light to...
until my father returned the next day. And
to check whatever.
He had left me there. He watched me the whole night. And he said that being alone like that shows you what kind of a person you are. I was mad at him because he took away one moment where I thought that I wasn't being watched. What is it?
Okay. Alright, he's got that symbol tattooed on him, and he doesn't want anyone to know about it. Whoa!
What's wrong with that ship? Tell me!
Okay, I mean, I kind of understand, because he's seriously experiencing some crazy stuff that would make people be irrational. Compounded on his trauma and compounded on the alcohol. Yeah.
But I heard something. I heard my daughter's voice. She's dead. I heard her voice. I didn't only hear her. I saw her!
Right, I think you need to calm down.
They're gonna attribute it to the alcohol.
Right.
Okay, and then Daniel comes out of nowhere.
Maura. It's an Irish name. But you're not Irish.
No, I'm not.
So is she faking her identity too? Is anybody not faking their identity on this ship?
Effrayant, n'est-ce pas?
Vous faites partie de l'équipage? Vous en avez pas l'air. On dit toujours qu'il faut se méfier des apparences. Pourtant, c'est impossible, non? Je suis sûre que vous êtes fait votre idée sur moi au moment où vous m'avez vue. Ça doit pas être facile de travailler sur un paquebot. C'est comme une prison, non?
Même ces oiseaux là-haut, ils sont leur propre prison. Ils peuvent pas échapper à qui ils sont. Et nous non plus.
Dude, Scott went straight to philosophical depth.
Je vous ai déjà vu quelque part, non? Je m'appelle Clémence.
Clemence.
Jérôme.
Je dois y aller.
T'as raison.
You do know me. I was under your bed.
J'ai une idée sur toi. Au moment où je t'ai vu.
Da ist er. Hey! Du!
Okay, so he is dressing up as the crew. And the crew is not supposed to just be walking around, it's supposed to be working. Whoa! Does he have like fighting experience? Okay, yeah, they know now. He's taking all of them.
Weißt du, was wir mit blinden Passagieren machen?
Yikes. Yeah, at best, I guess they're gonna send him to the brig. Is that what you call ship jail? Or they're gonna make him walk the plank? Is that still a thing in 1899? Feeling some guilt, buddy? Does he also like him back? Or it's just a nice thing?
Hvad vil han så have? Man får ikke noget gratis af rige mennesker. De vil altid have noget til gengæld. De burde være den første til at vide.
So they were looking for Ada? Ada? I don't know who that is. Was that the little girl?
¿Por qué seguimos aquí? ¿Crees que van a enviar a alguien? ¿Enviar a quién?
Policía, hay cientos de personas desaparecidas en ese barco. Nadie se va a fijar en nosotros.
I mean, I guess it depends on how bad the thing they did was.
Daba miedo.
Hey! Iris, jeg tror, jeg er det hele. Hvis du nogensinde rører ham igen, så skal jeg fucking pikke ned dig.
Okay, so that is her brother. And she's standing up for him. That's nice of her.
No te atrevas a juzgarme. Yo nunca he pretendido ser algo diferente a lo que soy.
Yeah, that room was dark. That brick looks really nice. Is that normal for like a chimney? So the room he was in was dark. It'd be nice to have some light and look around in there. Because apparently it's that room he was in that was... Wait, is it sealed off?
Ich habe gefunden, was Sie wollen wissen.
Okay, so that was his room it led up to. And so that room he was in was under his bed.
Die Laderäume sind halb voll. 2 fast leer.
Nur 3000 Tonnen übrig.
Wann gehen wir zurück auf Kurs?
3,000 pounds of what?
Captain.
Oh, coal? Yeah, everybody's just anxiously waiting on what the captain wants to do.
I don't even know if you understand what I'm saying. But if you do, I'm looking for my brother. He's been missing for 4 months. I think that he was on the Prometheus.
Okay, she didn't know, but she suspects.
I know that he's not dead because I think he sent me this. This looks exactly like the sign on your neck.
When did he send that?
What happened on the Prometheus?
And why is that symbol on this ship under the captain's bed?
What's happening?
They're not telling us that that's what you get when you have a bloody German running the show.
Everyone please assemble in the dining room.
Jeez. He is not going... Is he gonna try and go back down? Or is he going back to his room?
¿De qué tienes tanto miedo? Tengo miedo de que lo descubran. De que no eres realmente cura o que no eres realmente mi hermano.
Okay.
Lo segundo probablemente ya lo saben todos.
Yeah.
¿De verdad piensas que alguien ahí fuera cree que somos hermanos?
Don't really look alike, do they?
Eres patético. Por Dios, si ni siquiera eres español. Eres Ramiro. Un puto criado portugués. Pero da igual.
Okay. Did he, like, kill a priest and take his identity to get away from being a servant?
Lo es, ¿no? Todo. Tu madre tenía razón. Tú usas a la gente y no te importa, no te importo yo, no te importo una puta persona. ¿Qué pasa? Es que estás celoso.
Okay, there was some hidden romantic tension underneath there the whole time. So that's what he meant about being jealous. Okay, so this might not be the first time. The wolf and the sheep. Is he gonna go into Moira's room? Where is he sending it now? That symbol is all over the carpet. It's in plain sight. Well, he's seems to be intending it to go somewhere. Is she supposed to find it? Is that what he intended? I don't know if anything good can come from following the bug. I feel like she's gonna get lost at best, and all that's left of her is gonna be that doll. It's like the bug knows she's following. Okay, who... is it Daniel?
I'm so sorry.
Why? Why is he sorry that he has to kill her? Why would he... Ugh. I just want to understand. Alright, the captain's finally gonna make a decision.
I've decided to turn the ship around and tow the Prometheus back to Europe.
Tow it?
The Kerberos doesn't hold enough coal to tow the weight of the Prometheus to our destination. The miles behind us are less than the miles ahead of us, which is why we're turning back around.
Ridicule! Il est hors de question qu'on fasse demi-tour. Quoi ça sert? De sauver un paquebot vide. Ça n'a aucun sens.
Yeah, what's his reason gonna be?
1,612 passengers and crew.
I'd say 1,611 of those are against your decision to turn the ship around. Maybe you're the captain, but you cannot make choices against everyone else's interests.
I've made my decision.
Man, are all the people gonna revolt?
This is insane.
I mean, they pretty much are right now.
Change my mind. There is something wrong with that ship.
Well, clearly.
And the ship company is trying to hide it.
Yeah, he wants to know what is really going on.
I think someone wanted me to find that ship.
Yeah.
This letter in a package, along with a picture of my family.
Ooh. Okay, that's where the picture came from. Yeah, she recognizes the envelope. Is she gonna tell him?
What does the Prometheus have to do with my family? Have you ever lost someone? It's like you're dying with them. They can move on. You're stuck. Maybe you're right. Maybe this is insane. Maybe I'm insane.
Is she not gonna tell him?
But I need to find out what happened on that ship.
You don't understand. We can't go back, and I can't go back.
I'm sorry. But I'm turning the ship around.
Why are people just grabbing each other in this episode? So she is also running from something.
I think he's wrong. And I don't think he understands the consequences of ship with this many passengers. I'm not going to sit still and just let it happen. You didn't look too keen to go back either. You must have family back home.
She's trying to run from her father, from the asylum.
Setzt sich einem klaren Befehl der Reederei. Wir alle werden die Konsequenzen tragen.
Warum will er die Prometheus zurückschleppen?
Vielleicht sollten wir es einfach machen. Das Schiff versenken.
What did they do with the guy?
Vielleicht.
What did he find? Did he find the girl? Was she dead there? Yeah, it doesn't seem like the captain is gonna be able to get away with this.
Ich glaube, Sie sollten besser mitkommen.
Oh no. Okay. How? Like, if they only have the technology for Morse code, shouldn't that be like lines and dashes or something? How would triangles get printed? Yeah, where did she get that originally? That necklace. Why does he have a picture of her? Where did he get that? Oh, it's gonna be the little girl, isn't it? Whoops. Yeah. But why? Did he have to, like... Is this gonna cause some sort of, like, coordinated social complexity? And what is this? What? Oh, man. That's, that technology didn't exist back then, did it? I didn't recognize all the people on all the screens, but it seemed like there was a screen for, like, every character that we've been following so far. I don't know if I was supposed to recognize whose room that was. I'm gonna guess it was Daniel's room. Alright, so a bunch of identity faking going on. So the vision the captain had about his family and the fire, and that was in the past. And given Mora's reaction to going back, I'm guessing the vision that she had was also probably in the past. And so maybe that's what she's getting away from. Running away from her father and whatever's going on there. If that was in her past and she was in some mental asylum place, I don't know how she got out. Maybe she escaped and she got on this ship and is running away. That was obviously really extreme when the captain grabbed that little boy, but given everything I mentioned, how all the stuff going on, him losing his mind, experiencing that hallucination, on top of the alcoholism, on top of the trauma, like it doesn't give an excuse, obviously, but you can understand his emotions just overflowing to the point of losing any sort of rational constraint or restraint. And just like the boy is like the only thing there is to like try and see like what's going on. Like just tell us like what happened. And like even more so for the captain, if the thing he found, that fabric, was something that he knew was from one of his daughters, like why would that be on the ship? And like what happened? Yeah, just like what happened? So Daniel led the little girl Ada out with the bug. I guess that was the plan, to catch her attention and have her follow it out to somewhere secluded where he could kill her. And going off of like literally nothing, the only thing I can think of is her death is going to cause like some ripple such that, I don't know, it depends on like what he wants. Like if this ship was up to no good and weird stuff was going on, I guess maybe this Daniel wouldn't want the ship to be towed back, because then like it could be thoroughly investigated and maybe people will find out stuff that he doesn't want. And so maybe the ripple that will come from this is, I don't know, stirring the people's revolt even more than it already, like raising the tension even further to the point that there is a revolt and that everybody sort of like overthrows the captain. And then they're like, screw the Prometheus, break the tow, we're going to our destination. We're getting our money's worth from these tickets, from our tickets. Yeah, because nobody seemed happy about that decision. And obviously, understandably, like, man, you think it's an inconvenience for something to happen on a flight? And having to like turn around or like have an emergency landing somewhere. Imagine having to turn around in a ship. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. The triangles getting printed on the paper. Like if only Morse code existed and it only does lines and dashes, like how would triangles be printed? What's going on there? Who's it coming from? Or the triangles arranged in a way to where they were like able to be interpreted as a Morse code. So maybe there will be a discernible message they can read from that. The company contacted them back and told them to sink the ship. So this company is mysterious. Maybe this company is behind a lot of the weird stuff. And so they clearly would not want to have their ship brought back and like thoroughly investigated for anybody to find anything out about them and what they're up to. The wolf and the sheep are very close and seem like maybe they have been for a while. So, you know, good for them, I guess. I don't know if the guy from the the church, if he was just enamored by some rich guy giving him free cool stuff, or if he also like kind of likes him. Good on his sister to try and drive a wedge between them. So I don't know where those women who were dressing up as Japanese are originally from. I don't know if they like volunteered to be escorts or if that was like a deal they made in order to get away from wherever they were coming from. But the other woman managing them, I guess my guess right now is she's like exoticness would have like a higher price. And so maybe like Japanese escorts in particular, she can sell for more money. And so maybe that's what's going on with that. Moira said Daniel looked familiar. I don't know if that's... Oh no, did she say her brother went missing 4 months ago? So if she had seen him only 4 months ago, she would recognize him. But because at first I was thinking if she hadn't seen her brother in like 10 years or something, maybe she wouldn't recognize him. And maybe that's why she thought he looked familiar. But then he does, like, does he kind of look like the boy? Who else? Like, maybe this is something off show. Something we'll find out later why he looks familiar. Maybe a picture or something of someone she's seen before. That boy has a tattoo of the triangle, and he was like shushed Mora when she saw it and was like violently defensive about it, grabbing her arm. So it's like super important that nobody knows that he has that tattoo and that he's part of whatever the thing is. And the captain, he stumbled into that room, which led back up to his room in like a hidden trap door that had the symbol on it. And then was it sealed up when he tried to go back down and investigate it? So there is seriously weird things happening. Like space-time is being folded and there's like future technology or something. Yeah, I feel like things aren't gonna go well. I'm anticipating like progressive madness among all the people. So this is gonna be good. I can't wait. Okay, bye.